Sports grounds across the state will receive a $25 million boost to create more female-friendly facilities. Upgrades will include change rooms, amenities and lighting upgrades to help encourage more female participation at grassroots levels. And for more, we're joined by Women's Sports Australia President Jen Dorman. Jen, good afternoon. Will these upgrades be a game changer?
Oh, certainly. I think the rise of women's sport has been so incredible to see, but we've got to make sure that we've got the support structures around the women's game there as well. So to be able to have upgrades done to facilities and lighting and just make sure that our girls are given the same opportunity as our boys, just to make sure that there's funding available to ensure that our females are given that opportunity is just going to be an absolute game changer, as you said.
And the focus really on community level. Why is that so important?
I think you really just have to think about where our next generation is coming from. We've really seen the rise of the professional sporting female leagues and competitions, but we need to make sure we're thinking about that next generation and how this community sport is going to grow, and actually just make sure that we're feeding into the next level of the pathway, and that our little girls that we have playing sport right now are able to go up through a pathway that's similar to their male counterparts and get onto that national sporting stage that we've seen.
And there has been change. What have you seen in your time in the role in terms of how we view women's sport?
Oh, definitely. It's been a huge decade for women's sport. The rise of domestic female competitions has just been incredible. So to see the AFLW launching a competition, NRLW, the rise of your sort of A-League women's and the WBBL, there's plenty of extra competitions as well. It really has just broadened the horizon and the opportunity for girls and women playing sport. It really is exciting to see that there's a real focus on not only the elite side of sport, but making sure that we've got the community facilities to enhance the actual community playing sport as well, and providing those pathways for young girls to see how they can actually one day be in those elite sporting shoes.
And there's a real appetite for it as well. I know my dad loves watching the NRLW. He's obsessed with it. He doesn't know anybody who's playing in it, but he loves to watch it because of the competitiveness and how extraordinary the women are. And that's wonderful, but we still have a long way to go in terms of the public appetite and perception of women's sport, isn't there?
I think it's definitely something, like if we look at the history that the men's games have had, they've had over 100 years to sort of build up the tenacity in their competition and those big fan support bases. So we can't expect it to happen overnight for women's sport, but I'm telling you, it's definitely growing at a much more exponential rate than it did to take off at the men's level. So it is really exciting to see that there is so much support in the infancy of these competitions, and it's really only going to grow from there.
Thank you so much for your expertise and for everything you're doing at the moment for women's sport.
No problem. Thanks, Davina.